Hey guys, Theairsofttech here, and today we're going to be doing a slightly different video. So today we're going to be doing a review on a customer's gun that I built. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be a review of my, quality as a technician, because I build guns all the time. If you have any doubt in my quality, you can check it out. I'll leave the judging up to you. Have any problems, bring it to me. But this is the gun that I built, and we're going to talk about it today and everything I did to it. If you can't already tell, this is the Elite Force M4 CQB, as the logo says. Well, when I first got the gun from the customer, he had been wanting to do internal work himself, and so he sent it to me just to get it tuned and ready to go, basically, in the best functioning order possible. So along with it, he sent SHS 13:1 gears, an SHS piston, or no, I believe a ZCI. I'm not sure. It was one of the two. Either one. We're gonna get to that later, though. He sent me an SHS gear set, an SHS high-speed motor. I think that's really about it. He didn't really include a whole lot. I think he included new bushings and stuff like that. So, and he included this. This is not stock. The Magpul MOE grip. Anyway, so what I decided to do to it was he wanted a high-speed build, and he wanted to be able to use LiPos. And so what I did from there is instead of using the SHS high-speed motor, I opted out to use a ZCI Balance motor, and I kept the SHS 13:1 gears, and I'm running a ZardicharSC Mosfet on this thing, and also a Prometheus M120 spring, and I opted out to put a new cylinder in because the AOE had to be corrected a lot on the cylinder head to push the piston back to get it to proper engagement. So I had to use a different cylinder that had more volume to, actually propel the BB and actually not be undervolumed. Also, it has a JG piston head in there, a G&P cylinder, as well as a Lonex tappet plate and a Dream Army air nozzle. All that is working fantastically in unison together. There isn't really a whole lot other than that. I shimmed it, I corrected angle of engagement, I JB welded the bushings down, Swiss cheese the piston, stuff like that. Very basic stuff, and as well as, like I said, installed a MOSFET and Dean's connectors. This is going to be a product review of those single parts because I'm just showing you the aftermath of what all this stuff creates on an 11.1 volt and a 7.4, but I'll leave product and part reviews up for later. He also wanted me to polish I think he said this is a SHS 605 barrel. I'll have to talk to him about that and see where he got it from, and I know where he got it from, but I'll have to see what diameter it is. I think it's a 605, it's not quite a 603. If it's a 603, then I think it's misadvertisement because there's no way that's 603. It could be, but oh well. I did polish it up, and it's really nice and smooth right now. It's very, very shiny, and the smoothness of the barrel helps to create a smoother pathway for the BB, similar to driving down a very, very smooth road, like a brand new road, as compared to driving down a road that's been tore up for 50 years. As well, I've installed a Lonex hop-up unit, M4, and it did have to be modified to fit into the Elite Force upper receiver. However, there's a video on that. It's a previous video on my channel. If you want to, go check that out. I'll actually be showing internals on this gun in that video, but that's that. And I did install a different hop-up bucking that's a little bit softer for the FPS, for better Airseal, and I did modify it to work a little bit better with the higher FPS by kind of permatexing it down and not letting it move when the BB goes by it. So it maintains high FPS. As well, I installed my own little M nub made out of pink eraser. It's a little bit harder and a little bit stiffer, and it gets really about the same result, and it's just as durable. And I have put dental floss around the bucking to seal it to the hop-up chamber, so it's getting perfect air seal. If I blow down here and hold my finger here and here at the end of the barrel, no air can get out, and I actually can't blow into it. That means that it's a perfect air seal, so that's perfect. So on this, we're getting 340 FPS due to the short stroke of the piston and all that good stuff. So that's great. Now we're going to hear it shoot. So I'm not going to be doing a chrono test because I do not have the upper receiver. However, you'll be able to hear it shoot on an 11.1 volt battery. This is about the battery he'll be running on it. So that's semi, obviously. Full auto. that's about it really. This MOE grip does mesh pretty well with the Elite Force receivers. However, it does leave a gap between the gearbox and the grip itself, so you will have to shim with this on. It doesn't necessarily throw the angle off, but it does throw distance off, so you will have to shim the beveled pinion with the receiver, gearbox, and grip. It's going to be a little more complicated, but it is possible. Just take your time with it and you'll get it right, for anybody who's wanting to do this. Before I let you guys go, I do want to show a concern with this build. Ares, which is the company that makes Elite Force guns, specifically their ones with the micro switch and all this other random stuff, have very weak gearbox shells, to be honest. Just a step above G&G, and that they don't even come radiused. So, like I said, I did radius it here. But there is a very small micro fracture starting to occur right here, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's just barely right there. It's not the line coming this way, it's the line starting in the circle and going down. Now, it might be a little bit of time before the gearbox shell actually cracks. I'm going to estimate maybe 10k rounds, or maybe at the most 15k. But I'm going to talk to the customer, and hopefully he's going to let me replace it with a JG or even Lonex shell soon. We'll have to see though. Maybe it'll last a lot longer, or maybe it won't. We'll just have to see. There's really no way of telling. However, when you do get a fracture like this, you are going to start to, it's going to start to, get worse as it goes on. However, the piston being short stroked and all that good stuff, it does mean that there's not a full M120 slamming on the front of this gearbox shell. It's about an M100 strength slamming on the front of it, and it is corrected with faucet washer. This crack did occur with sorbothane, so everything I did to stop it from cracking, I did, and it's still cracked. So these gearbox shells are not very strong, but this setup should last for a little bit longer, and yeah, that's about it. That's really the only concern with this build. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I don't have much more to talk about with this gun. If I did have the upper receiver, I would do a shooting test and I would do a chrono test, but it's incredibly difficult to do a chrono test with the barrel holding it on there and having the magazine at the same time. It's just really difficult. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll be definitely coming up with more reviews for my customer guns, and if you guys like this, please tell me and I will do more of them. See you guys later.